Hi guys, so I wanted to do a quick little review of the MyChevrolet app. Now this has become a very useful app for me. You notice the icon here, just press it and it adds a lot of functionality to the vehicle. Now you'll notice there's a drop down here. I'm not going to open it up because it actually gives the full VIN. But if you have multiple vehicles that have OnStar or OnStar equipped, it'll link up to them, or your MyChevrolet app will link up to them. Now, something that I wanted to go over, just the different features, but just overall though, I would say the weakness to this is it doesn't refresh automatically, so you do need to refresh it regularly to gain access, and it can be a little bit slow, but otherwise the functionality is pretty strong. So these are the remote commands that you can use from away from your vehicle. Now, something that I didn't realize, but I had seen from some other videos, apparently quite a few of the vehicles will not allow you to precondition if it's not plugged in. Now, I guess the BMW i3 allows this, but the Bolt EV, and the Bolt EV does as well, but I guess a lot of other vehicles don't. So maybe there's a cutoff or something that it won't let you use it after a certain state of charge has been used, but otherwise you can. And you simply, press the precondition button, and it'll have a little disclaimer. You can continue, and then it's going to ask you for your PIN, and you have to enter your PIN. And I'm not going to do this right now. Part of it is I'm not going to be leaving, and I don't really need it to precondition. But yeah, you can cancel out of it, and of course you can shut it off if you want to. Locking it will do the same thing. Now the thing is, what I noticed is once you enter the PIN, you only actually need to enter it one time. So let's see. Now once you enter it, it will just automatically go through, and then it's going to try and lock in progress. So it should give a notification when it's finally locked. But again, you can see that it takes a little time to do. So the other thing is, this will not actually work if a fob is in the car. So once you're in the car, if you have your keys, you're not going to be able to use any of this functionality. The next is the vehicle status. So again, this is basically a snapshot from the last time it linked up to your car. Now, if you want to update it, you can simply drag down and it will update. And again, it takes a little while to do, but this is basically updated from the last time I used the DC fast charging and charged up to about 65%. So it shouldn't refresh, except for maybe if it's recalculated after the battery sat, and then and you can control your charge status here. This is for 120 volt. You can switch it over. You can change your charge settings to, from immediate to departure plus rate, but you're going to need to set this up in the car. And then of course you can also do notification settings, which you can enter your contact information and have it send you notifications, maybe like the daily ones, or if like the event. So rather than having like a horn go off or something, if the charge is interrupted, you can actually have a notification sent to you, like I said, either by your email address, or it can text you. And it will even notify you if the charge is complete, or say if you're in an area where the temperature is ranging broadly, maybe you set it up so if there's a cold temperature, it will set a reminder for you as well. It'll also give like the tire pressure, things like that. and actually, I'll bring this up. This is something, notice how my tire pressures are kind of balanced out, but I think one of my sensors might be wrong, but this gives you the recommended of 38. But if you look at the tires, their actual cold pressure rating is 42. So basically, it will be 42 is the max cold pressure that you want them at, and notice this one is already at 42, and it's always been reading high. Like, I try to keep it around 40 as the cold pressure, but temperatures have been rising, and I guess one of the issues I have with the Bolt EV tires are that they only have about a 4 psi window. So recommended is 38 and max is 42. That's not a very big window. Each time the temperature changes about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to lose or gain about 1 psi of tire pressure. So it's been warming up here in Southern California, so it's easy to get your tires to the point of being overinflated. Now, the other thing is you can actually also find a charging station. Now, you can go through this, or you can actually go through the navigation. So if you click the navigation, it's going to bring you here. Now, when you click to the to search for charges, it's already going to have this there. But when you're doing the navigation, it won't necessarily. So if you want that, you can actually just press the plug, and it's going to search for, in this area. Now, it won't always show. So say I'm going to go over here where I know there are some chargers. It won't update automatically as you move your screen around. You actually have to say search here, and then it will update the search for that region. And then, of course, if you want to find directions to it, you actually can have it do turn by turn, or you can set it to your maps, and then from there it will go directly into your Google Maps and Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Now, some of these other features aren't really good. They do have a user manual, or owner's manual, but it's not extensive, right? So it's not complete. So it'll give you some of the basic information, but it will refer you to the owner's manual for complete information. So this is just more of like an annotated owner's manual, but it's still got some interesting information. It's got your preferred dealer. You can contact for assistance. You can request an appointment. You can request roadside assistance. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, this seems to be mostly commercial, like the at your services. And then, of course, the park location. This will tell you the last time it's been updated, the actual address of where your vehicle is parked. Something that I'm going to be interested in is to see if, when OnStar expires, if I still have access to MyChevrolet app. So that's one of the things that I think, OnStar is somewhat of an expensive subscription, so that could be a major negative if you're going to need that to continue using this, because I do find this overall, useful. And then they also have the LG hotspot. I'm not going to bring it up because it actually has all of your hotspot information, but it also includes how much data you have available, and all of the key information about your actual login. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the basic functionality here. I think it's very effective. It's very useful. The key fob features are useful. The vehicle status features are very useful. And I find myself actually using it on an almost daily basis for just keeping track of the vehicle and preconditioning it or checking the state of charge. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll do the best I can to answer them. All right, thank you.